Sir Ron Manlapas.
Pulling Airfield Hollows. Number 3, Nestor Molate. Number 17, Captain J.R. Labrador. Number 8, Arvin Avilan. Number 9, Roland Songkin. Number 10, John Defamayo. Number 14, Petrus Del Campo. Rear libero number 11, Brian Brioso. And head coach, George the Christmas Boy Pasqua. And now starting for the USC Growing Tigers. Number 2, Harvey Imanov. Number 3, John DePonte. Number 4, team captain James Pecania. Number 5, Son Ramos. Number 8, Kerr Ukam. Number 10, the MVP, JP Torres. Rear libero number 7, Joe Dorias. And head coach, Emil Wontok.
Looking for their 18th straight championship as you see the lineup on the right of the Tigers, while for the FU Tamanos, 25th. They're looking for their 25th title, but just not yet today for the Tamanos. They have to win today to keep it alive in the finals for Wednesday's Game 3.
That's right, and you know, FU is really one of those teams that they really are surprised every game. You know, there's really a surprise in store for their opponent every game. And you've got the likes of Nestor Molate, you know, very for the past game, especially in the series, but I expect him to really go all out. This is last year, this year. And of course, Labrador needs all the help that he could get from the rest of his teammates. Because Labrador, so he's the highest scorer in the team, he can't do it all alone. He needs the help of De Ocampo, even offensive-minded setter at that. He normally attacks even if he's just the second ball.
Inheriting that position from Pimapulaan has 3 points in Game 1 for UST as they notch that win and are looking to seal a deal this afternoon. You mentioned Molate. Ian had 17 points in Game 1, just second to Labrador's 18.
Yeah,
They need more from that young man.
That's right.
Nestor Molate, if they are to extend the series.
That's right, and I think he has that mindset today. Look at him score the first point, moving around the court, getting that point off of the block.
Petrus De Ocampo, 8 points in Game 1, serving for the Tamanos. Pecania, playing his final season. James Pecania had 10 last Wednesday. Torres, the power favorite.
He was up there.
As he always is. I mean, this guy very athletic, despite the fact that he's big, he's huge.
Yeah, he's 6'4",
He can carry himself, you know?
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's bulky, but you know, he just launches himself.
Torres, 11 points last Wednesday. Good block by UST. Pecania plays better. Torres against two blockers. Torres on fire. 2 straight points for him as we send it courtside to the third member of the panel, Pat Gatisana.
4-time defending champion. This is what UST is hoping for today to close out this finals and bring home another championship. As Coach Emil said earlier, for his 28 years of coaching for UST since 1983, UST was never out of the top 4 teams in the league. Their lowest rank was 4th. So I asked how many championships they had. and he went blank. It was just too much to count. What is the aside, of course? This just shows Eric and Doc how Coach Emil and this UST team was trained to keep their composure at a very high-pressure game. They're all pumped up like the sea of yellow in the arena, and I just have to say it, Eric, the support of UST is just overwhelming today. See, everyone to give their best. All players will be here today, especially Harvey Alano, one of our graduating players, is back from his sprained ankle, which he got in the game 1 during the 4th set. He's A-okay, and I'm telling you, Doc and Eric, with Harvey and the rest of the boys here, this is going to be one very interesting afternoon.
Thanks, Patch. How huge is the support of a crowd like this, Ian? I mean, you played for USD. How much of your confidence is boosted with this kind of crowd?
Wow, these guys must be feeling it right now. The energy's right there. You know, the minute they entered the arena, they saw the sea of yellow, all their, you know, schoolmates, all their fans, all the alumni are here. So it's really an inspiration for these guys. And look at how they're starting off. It's obvious, 5-1.
And a couple of service aces. Ramos of Torres can't make a mistake this afternoon so far after starting out flat in game 1 in the first set. And he got an earful from the assistant coaches along with Coach Lontok. Today, he's starting off on the right foot.
That's right. And this is one more thing. This is for FEU. FEU should not be drowned in this situation, in the atmosphere that they're in. This is not the start that FEU wants for this very important Game 2.
So what you're saying, Doc, is if you're FEU, you should play like, or you should fight like you're Rocky in Russia. Against all odds.
That's right. You can't be swamped or be overwhelmed.
Because that's what it is right now. It's like, this is the home court of USD, and FEU is playing under a hostile crowd.
They shouldn't feel that way. And someone from them, whether it be Labrador or De Ocampo, should take charge and tell the boys to settle down. It's just the first set.
Jason Ramos with a give-me right there, throwing away a serve. 2, serving 7.
That's a nice serve.
And an easy kill from De Pamailo.
That's great. Tonkin should be credited for half of that point. That was an excellent serve. Dolorias, who's an excellent receiver, not able to get that one up to Upa.
Speaking of receiving, USD is one of the best receiving teams in the men's division. Molate picked up still by Dolorias. What a play. Torres. De Ocampo. That's not coming back. Great play from the Tamaraos as they just got 3 straight points.
There you go. See, you've got De Ocampo setting it to Labrador in the middle, which USC did not expect.
3-0 run after USD made their own run. Oh, another misreception from Dolorias.
That's right.
2 easy points for the Tamaraos.
That's right. Tonkin now with a service ace. He's a tough server, this kid. And De Pamailo again, not taking advantage of that free ball.
I guess, as the saying goes, one good run deserves another. Ilano. Here comes the attack. Missed set right there.
Yeah, that was too far from the net.
Awesome anticipation at the net by FEU. Here comes Torres.
That still to the outside. He approached too soon. Well, remember, it was an underhand set from Kerr Ukang.
An amazing 5-0 run.
See?
Iyan, ano? At 7-1, nakita natin yung kanina. And after that error by Ramos at the serve,
that's right.
It's been all FEU.
And Tonkin has been doing an excellent job on the serve.
Wow, FEU is on fire after it seemed like they didn't even know how to play volleyball at the start of set number 1.
That's right.
They turned things around and are attacking, they're blocking, they're doing everything right.
Exactly. And this guy right here responsible for all those 6 points that FEU has scored here in the first set.
Deadlock at 7-all. Torres again, blocked again. What defense by FEU at the net.
That's Nestor Molate for you, the high-leaping Nestor Molate, giving FEU the first technical timeout, Eric.
Wow. 8-7, FEU with 7 straight points in set number 1. We'll be back.